in this group, and we have to go to Goddess Gloria.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Goddess Gloria. I am having the best time of my life. I just came out of the closet. The crazy closet. I was born into crazy. My mother and father were both immigrants from 2 different countries. My mother was a healer. My father practiced black magic. So naturally, they put me in Catholic school. Talk about dysfunctional. In my family, we take functional and we just diss it. I'm in the 7th grade and I sneak out of my house to try out for the softball team, St. Bernard's Trojans. And just as I get up to bat, my father drives up onto the field in his 1974 Aquametallic Impala, stops right behind the pitcher, and honks the horn. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Growing up, I was a tomboy in a Catholic schoolgirl uniform, and my mother would always yell at me, "Gloria, don't go play in your uniform because everyone will see your underwear." So I took off my underwear. I was a cheerleader for 2 weeks in Catholic school, and I got kicked off the team for forging my mom's signature. Sister Marguerite, he even kicked me off the lead in the school play, so instead of Jesus, I played a clown. I didn't even know Catholics have clowns. I wasn't allowed to speak English in my house growing up because my parents were afraid I would Americanize. So at a very young age, I figured I better find a mentor, someone that speaks English and is American. So, ladies and gentlemen, an impersonation of my mentor. Here I come to save the day, 'cause Mighty Mouse is on his way. I survived my childhood. I've been a stockbroker for over 25 years. And I'm also a healer. I have a very powerful light. And I also have a very powerful darkness. I call her Gorilla Gloria. I'm crazy. She's insane crazy. You piss her off, run. I keep her locked in the closet for my own safety. I was in prison. I mean, I was married. Wrong. Marriage vows were created thousands of years ago. Mary was 14 when she had Jesus. It was really easy for people to vow till death do us part. But today, people live to age of 100. That's like making a promise of 3 lifetimes. I don't think so. I think it's time for updated vows, like a lease with an option to buy. Or till erectile dysfunction do us part. I recently became a minister. Give it up. I want to marry as many same-sex couples as I can before I die. They deserve an equal opportunity at misery. One of the best things about being a minister is that I have the power to absolve people of their sins. So, by the powers vested in me, you are absolved of your sins. You're welcome. So I have 2 teenagers, and yes, they will let anyone be a mother. My daughter can sometimes have an attitude, and I don't know where she gets it from. So we have an agreement. If we're out in public and she disses me, regardless of where we are or how many people are around, this is what she gets. So I'm standing there at Costco. My son comes up to us. And he says, "You put down your cape or you're going to Catholic school." And you know what they do to little boys there.
Oh, God.
So I have a new life partner, Bertha. She can lick herself down there. She is the most adorable little puppy. She can lick herself for like 45 minutes. Not that I'm watching. I'm jealous. I'd have to break my back to get into that position, but if my tongue was proportional to my dog's, oh, I'd find a way. I'm surprised she doesn't lick it longer. Hell, I'd never leave the house. And then when she's done licking it, she just sits there like, that was good. Then she kisses me on the lips. And she's right.
Oh,
Now I have her all over my lips. So speaking of lips, aging sucks. I cough and pee comes out. Seriously, I sneeze and it's a burst of pee. Sometimes I queef. Each time I pause and you laugh, I'm doing my kegels. You know, kegels are important to keep all of the pee inside of you all the time. I want us all to do a kegel together. I want you to imagine chewing a piece of gum down there, and you're going to hold it, all right? Everybody, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And give yourself a hand. You just did a kegel. You know, I tore my calf muscle, and I didn't walk for about 43 days. I was actually better after a week, but I loved having the extra help. I found out my kids can clean, they can cook, they can do my laundry. You know, I have the best kids in the world, but in my next lifetime, I'm coming back as a sterile hooker. And I'm going to do it all. I'm going to be a stripper, I'm going to be a porn star, and then I'm going to write my own book. Shades of Pink. So I'm getting healthy. I watched the video Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and I drink mostly juices, and that's a lot of work, so give me a hand. Thank you. So So I sit down to watch a movie with my kids, and I got a sneeze attack. My kids failed me. There wasn't enough pee to get up and change. But then I got another sneeze attack, and I had to call it a night. Change my panties. I'm still on crutches, so I'm laying in bed, and I call out to my daughter, "Honey, will you please bring me an overnight pad?" And my son's like, "Ew." And I say, "Oh, honey, I'm not bleeding. I'm peeing everywhere." Because that's not gross. So I do yoga, and I'm in down dog position. I farted so loud, I scared her.
Oh.
It hurt. So my mother passed away last year, and all I have to say about that is a Mexican death is a lot like a Mexican wedding. It's not real unless there is a fight. I'm Mexican from the waist down. You know, all I ever wanted when I was a little girl was one of those big old Mexican sombreros, you know, the kind with the velvet with the gold sequins. Now that should be an Olympic sport. You throw down one of those hats and you stomp out some cockroaches. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm Goddess Gloria. Thank you. And I apologize, but I'm right in the middle of moving.
Oh,
And
sorry.
break from moving, and I have to go, but I love you.
Love you. Thank you so much for making us laugh. Thank you so much for making us laugh. Good job. So that was Goddess Gloria. That was awesome. Thank you.